Hey, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be tuning in from. How you all doing? This is Ryan Jackson from Ryan Jackson LLC. Hope you all are having a good and blessed day thus far. Hope you're having a good and blessed week thus far. The weekend is 2 days upon us. Well, yeah, 2 days upon us. So I hope you all are doing well out there. And I'm gonna get into the topic for this video. So a couple of days ago, I think it was Tuesday, maybe Monday or Tuesday. Macy Gray was on Pierce Morgan. Many of y'all may know who Pierce Morgan is. He's a controversial British, I guess you call him like news journalist or something to that nature. He used to be on CNN years ago. But Macy Gray was on there and she was talking about the transgender women. And she said, just because you may feel like a woman doesn't mean that you're a woman. You can't change your gender. A woman is a woman. She's born a woman. She has breasts, she has female private area, and so on and so forth. She has a menstrual cycle. This is what makes a woman physically. Just because you wear clothes or try to change your gender, saying that you're not a man or a male, that you're a female, that does not mean that you're a woman. You're not like Macy Gray. You're not. That's a woman. That doesn't mean that you're a woman just because people do that. And she went on to say that transgender shouldn't be able to compete in sports, and that that she doesn't feel that's right. Many of us hold that same belief. We feel the same way. Macy Gray just said it on a bigger platform, and many people agree with her that just because people want to be a woman, that doesn't make them a woman. You are what you are, pretty much. God made you a man. God made you a woman. That's what you are. You could be whatever you want to be, but that doesn't mean that you are that gender. Like you have the freedom to be whatever you want to be. You had a right. She wasn't saying that they didn't have a right. She said it's not. That's not what they are. Um, and that they shouldn't be able to compete in sports for women. That just because you feel like you're a woman doesn't give you the right to compete in sports that are for women because you still have your male body parts. You still have your male DNA. You still have your male. The strength of a man. And she just brought clarity and made sense of something that makes no sense. And of course, on cue, as always, the LGBTQ community has come for her. She's been called names and had disparaging remarks toward her, and you know what's going to happen. And she pretty much told them to f off. That you have a right to be whatever you want to be, but my opinion is my opinion. I'm paraphrasing, and just f off. And of course, they was gonna come for her because they're saying something that she doesn't agree with. She's not pushing their narrative, so of course they're gonna come for her. It's it was already it's no big surprise. This is of no big surprise. We knew it was gonna happen. It always does. And I'm glad she's sticking to her guns. I'm glad that she's not backing down. And why should she? See, this is the world that we live in now. That when you speak truth or you speak logic, you're seen as you're seen as being evil. You're seen as being, hateful of people that may not share your beliefs or your opinions. No, you're not being hateful. You're not being divisive. You're speaking truth. You're speaking the truth and you're speaking logic. But this is the world we live in. If we don't, color within what some people consider their lines or their logic, then you're silenced, you're canceled. This is the world we're living in. The truth is bad, lies are good. Logic is out the door. Common sense is out the door. This is the world we're living in, y'all. And it's only going to get worse from here. This is the world we're living in. And kudos to Macy Gray for sticking to her guns and standing her ground against these. I call them the alphabet mafia. Kudos to her for sticking to her guns and standing her ground. Don't you back down from nobody. Your truth, the truth. Continue to stand on it and speak on it. And just because people don't like it, then we could all agree to disagree without being disagreeable. But far too many people haven't learned that in this country and in this society. They want to counsel people, and I spoke on this not so long ago on here. They want to counsel people. They want to bully them because they're not saying what they feel is right. They're not sharing their narrative, their agenda. So let's bully them. Let's try to counsel them, ruin them forever. This is the world we're living in. This is how the Nazis came to power in Germany in the 1930s. It started with propaganda. It started in the media, through the newspapers and on the radio. That's how it started. It didn't start by conquering neighboring countries and putting people in concentration camps. It eventually led to that, but it started with propaganda and in the media. If I tell you something over and over and over and over and over again, you're going to start to believe it. I put it out there in the papers, on the radio. That's what they had back in the 1930s, because TVs wasn't invented yet. So if I tell you something over and over and over and over again, you'll start believing it. Malcolm X said decades ago, the media is the most effective tool in the United States. They had a capacity for mind control. They can make you hate the oppressed and love the oppressor. Think about that. You hating the oppressed and you loving the oppressor. Wow. That is power. That right there is power. And now they want to tell you that if a man says, what? I don't feel like being a man today. I'm a woman. From here on out, I'm a woman. You wear women's clothing. You're not a woman. I'm sorry. You're not female. You don't go through a menstrual cycle. You cannot change your organs. It's it's scientifically impossible. They want to tell us to believe the science when it comes to climate change, believe the science when it comes to genetics, when it comes to gender. You cannot change it. You cannot have a menstrual cycle. Like all of a sudden, it doesn't work that way. You can't have reproductive parts just like that and have a baby. It doesn't work that way. This is insanity. Yes, you have a right to feel what you if you want to feel like you're a woman, you have that right. Absolutely. That doesn't make it right. That doesn't make it logical. That doesn't make it make sense. How did we get here where logic is just out the door, common sense is just out the door? How did we get here? It's insanity. But when you say this, you're canceled. You're being divisive. You're being hateful. And people had a nerve to say you're being racist. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. How did we get here? But like I said, you tell a lie over and over and over and over again, and people start to believe it. They start to run with it. They start to believe it as being the truth. Like I said early in this video, the truth, we're living in a society, we're living in a world where the truth is seen as lies and the lies are seen as truth. Good is seen as evil, evil is seen as good. This is a backwards world we're living in, a backward society. We have got to get back to logic, to common sense. What's a hashtag? Make it make sense? Hell, make it make sense, man. This doesn't make sense. But people are running with it. And you would think that this would be, you know, this would be problematic for women, women who have menstrual cycles, women that have gone through, excuse me, women that have gone through menstrual cycles, women who have gone through the pain of childbirth, the pain of delivering babies, women, that's going through womanhood, women that going through womanhood. You would think this would be insulting to them for a man to dress up as a woman and claim to be a woman. This should be assaulting to women. Saying, how dare you? I've gone through menstrual cycles. I've gone through the pain of childbirth. You haven't gone through that. You won't go through it. So how the hell do you consider yourself a woman? It- This is the world we're living in, y'all. This is the society we're living in. This is where it's come to. Again, kudos to Macy Gray for sticking to your guns and standing your ground. I salute you. I do. I really salute you. I do. Thank you, Macy Gray. Thank you. Thank you. Kudos to you. And you saying the things that a lot of us agree with. A lot of us, many of us agree with. You're saying it. And we thank you for it. We thank you. Thank you, Macy Gray. Thank you. It's about time someone in the mainstream speaks to this insanity. It's about time. And thank you, Macy Gray, because I agree with you 110%, and many of us do. And continue to stick to your guns and stand your ground. Do not apologize. Do not apologize to to people who may not agree with you. They can have their opinion, and they're entitled to it, as well as you're entitled to your opinion as well. We just have to agree to disagree without being disagreeable. Have to learn to do that, y'all. In any event, I'm gonna hop off of here. Please hit the thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button down. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button so you get notifications of whenever I do videos on here. Please do that for me. It'd be greatly appreciated. All right, y'all. Till next time, y'all take care. Remember, let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable. Let's do that, y'all. Thank you for the love and support. God bless and take care. Love you much. I'm out. Peace.